everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope y'all 2021 is going off great. Y'all are able to remain in alignment with what y'all want to accomplish for this year. Again, this year off to a great start, remaining positive, adapting to new healthy habits, and so much more. Here I'll be discussing about my experience as to what it was like to graduate college during the whole COVID-19 outbreak and just being in lockdown. I'll be sharing my tips, helpful advice, how I stayed motivated, how many classes I was taking, how I felt about the whole online transition, and so much more. So, if you'd like to know about all of those details, I recommend to keep on watching. And I'll be reading off of some of my notes right here, so it'll be more easier so that y'all could follow through. So I was planning to graduate spring of 2020, aka last spring, and regardless, I knew I was going to get through it. I always envisioned myself walking across the stage, receiving my diploma, having close friends and family members over there at the arena, and so much more. But we were hit with the whole COVID-19 outbreak of the coronavirus. And then this was when lockdown happened. So this happened, I would say, literally it was like a week or 2 weeks after my birthday passed. And I do remember very well that there were other schools closing nearby. And by the way, this is where I graduated school from, GGC. Um, and there were other schools closing nearby, due to the outbreak. And then we got notified that we're going to be on a 2 week break until the whole coronavirus situation gets simmered down. But man, were we wrong. We found out that for the rest of the semester, our classes were going to be online. And I've never done online classes before. I've done only some tests, majority of quizzes, homework assignments, discussion posts, a lot on D2L, but I've never transitioned from a class that was in person to online. So that was very different for me. I felt very overwhelmed, shocked, and somewhat relieved because I was taking two classes. One of those classes was drawing, which of course that was just very comfortable for me since I'm a creative person. And my other class I was taking was capstone. And for anyone that doesn't know what capstone is, no matter what your major is, I was a marketing major and my concentration was in business. I had it was pretty much every one of our business classes wrapped into one single individual class. And our capstone consisted of playing a shoe game where we were trading in different areas of the world. It was 4 different areas: North America, Latin America, Europe, Africa, and Southeast Asia region. And I will say, for those of y'all that are taking capstone, especially in the business field, make sure that y'all choose a smart team. Make sure you have people that know how to come up with good strategies, numbers, and so much more. And that's the majority of what your time will be focused and dedicated upon, that capstone class. So that's a little helpful advice that I would recommend to y'all, and to just be always be on it no matter what. Figure out ways, communicate with your team members, your professors, and so much more, and stay on it so that you can always be notified with what's going on with your company. Oh yeah, I was actually very overwhelmed but happy, especially relating to capstone, because capstone, I was stressed out with that class. And I was only taking two classes during last spring, and I was also working at the student center, but it was just very stressful. Two of my other coworkers, we were all in the same class together, so they exactly know how stressful capstone was. And since we transitioned to online, like it'll be easier for us to do the tests, the quizzes, extra credit work, and so much more. Shout out to Quizlet, you came through. And it was actually a challenge when we were presenting our PowerPoint, but we made sure to get through it. And yeah, here we are now, like a year later. I graduated, got my diploma. So we had about less, I could say, for art. Like we didn't have much assignments due to the fact that my professor, she minimized the amount of assignments and projects that we had to do in class. We had a couple of projects, but wasn't as much compared to how it was originally planned for the semester. And capstone, it was pretty much the same. We had the same amount of workload, and for our exams that we took, I believe we were actually timed to do it. Like we were given the amount of, I believe, 2 hours or the whole class duration period to complete our exams, and we only had one attempt to do it. So yeah, that was pretty interesting. We resumed taking classes the week of March 23rd. I only had classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so I believe I resumed my classes on, I can't really remember that well, but it was either on the 25th or the 20th, no, the 26th or the 28th, one of those two dates, but I remember that very well. How did I feel about the duration of taking my classes, like if it was longer or shorter? So in all honesty, even though it was only a month and a half long for to do our classes online for the remainder of the semester, it was actually a bit longer than expected because like time was, it just felt like it wasn't going any faster. It was very depressive. I was in a bad state mentally, like due to the fact that I was looking forward to completing my classes online and in person, and just finishing off my last semester strong in person, and walking across the stage for when I was supposed to graduate. But like the online transition, it just really, like, mentally it brought me down. But I knew one way or another I was going to complete that semester off strong, which I did, luckily. And shout out to everyone that graduated last year in the spring semester, summer semester, and fall semester. Pretty much the whole class of 2020. We y'all know exactly how much of a struggle it was and how much we had to adjust to. So it was very much a major accomplishment that we did in order to graduate. And shout out to anyone that's about to graduate. You came this far for a reason, so don't give up on graduating or like just getting your diploma. Like another thing I was going to include was that, like, when I was like mentally down when we were taking online classes, I was actually like a bit stressed due to the fact that it wasn't the same. I didn't know how to adjust that easily and so much more. Like there was even one point where I just was about to give up, but mentally I was telling myself I did not come this far just to give up. I'm nearly at the finish line. I gotta keep on going harder and stronger. I gotta make myself proud, make everyone around me proud, and so much more. So, and I was also watching motivational content on YouTube, listening to podcasts. So that really helped me out, along with positive affirmations. So I was mentally reminding myself, I got this. I didn't come this far just to give up on everything I worked hard for. So I was just going harder, going stronger, putting in all my effort in order to graduate. And I'm lucky that, and I'm overall grateful that I didn't give up, and just to get to the point where I made good grades in my classes, which I made an A in art and a B in capstone. And capstone is a very challenging mind strategic class, so it will like it will involve like a lot of critical thinking, numbers, all of that. And luckily, like my professor, she was able to give assistance. She told us where we needed to improve within our project, for the shoe game, which is what the class will mainly be about, the project of the shoe game. You guys will do a report on it, do a presentation on it, and so much more. So yeah, that's what capstone is really about for anyone who is a business major. My final projects for both of my classes, for my drawing class, it consisted of a still life of any of my hobbies, and we had to use like any type of medium such as like colored pencils, charcoal. I chose charcoal, and I just sketched out a few of my hobbies or a few things I liked. And for capstone, it was all about our experience with the shoe simulation game, what we the strategies we adapted to, how we were able to sell in different regions, the different place rankings we came upon, and so much more. So it was just a detailed overview report of our experience with them playing the game, and we presented it in a PowerPoint form. So that's what it was really about. I meant to say, like, it is very important and crucial to contact your professors on a daily basis. If not on a daily basis, contact them whenever you need assistance and help, because that'll really help you out a lot. Because when I needed help with any of my assignments, I always made sure to contact my professors, whether through email or phone text. So it really helped out a lot, and they're always gonna be there for you no matter what. So contact your professors, because contacting them will really take you a long way, and it will really help you out in the long run. Yeah, with my grades I received from my classes, I was able to build good relationships with my professors, and they gave out so much help whenever I needed it. So I will say that yes, it was just very important for me to contact my professors concerning anything I needed help with. For capstone, I contacted some of my classmates if I needed any help with anything, and they're able to help out. And yeah, pretty much, like, it was an experience to transition from in person to online, but like, just making sure that I was going to graduate one way or another. I was in the right headspace. I was doing all my work, turning in everything as such. Got to where I am now, a college graduate. I graduated May 14th, 2020, aka last year. And I'm just so grateful that I didn't give up. I came very far. I made myself proud. I made my family proud, close friends. I just made everyone that really supported me along my way proud. I got my degree. I'm just very happy overall, and so much more. So yes, this concludes my part 1 video of how I graduated college during quarantine. If you guys would like to comment some ideas and takeaways of what you liked about this video, just comment them down below in the comment section. I will make a part 2 to this video. And for anyone that just needs to stay motivated, I hope this video helped you out a lot, and you're able to take away some of the key points I mentioned in this video and so much more. All right, thank you for tuning in, and I will make a part 2 to this video, so stay tuned for that. All right, bye.